China's Zhuhai Air Show was meant to bolster national feelings and intimidate Western and regional rivals. New weapon systems were unveiled, but many of them look strangely familiar. Welcome to China Uncensored, I'm Chris Chappell. Happy Black Friday weekend. Are you looking for a Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa gift that's not made in China? How about a subscription to the new China Uncensored premium website? Our premium subscribers will get extra episodes not available anywhere else, plus exclusive live streams, plus a way to chat directly with me and the team, plus an ad-free experience for China Uncensored videos and the rest of our shows. So head over to ChinaUncensored.tv and click on gift cards, and you can gift, for example, a premium plan for the whole year, which saves 16% compared to a monthly plan. Whatever you end up buying this holiday season, buy something not made in China. Now, on to the show. The Chinese Communist Party has been seizing all sorts of chances lately to show off its military might, from military exercises around Taiwan to joint drills with Russia. But recently, they got a special opportunity to bring out the big guns, and the message they're sending is clear. USA beware. Every 2 years, people gather en masse in Zhuhai to attend China's largest air show. The air show is intended to bolster national pride in the country's citizens, demonstrate the progress the People's Liberation Army has made in technological advancement, and intimidate rivals of the Chinese Communist Party. It's a chance for China's citizens to come out and show their love for their country. Just apparently not their love for their country's janitors, because they left a ton of trash after the air show ended. I can't believe the country that has more CO2 emissions than the rest of the developed world combined isn't the most environmentally conscious. I wonder if this is some kind of commentary on the CCP, a reference to the garbage time of history, perhaps. According to Chinese state-run media, the 6-day exhibition drew in nearly 600,000 visitors and more than $39 billion in global orders, as well as a stopover by Russia's former defense chief. That's right, Sergei Shoigu made a stopover at Zhuhai, meeting with Beijing's foreign minister, Wang Yi, and holding annual strategic talks with other Chinese officials to showcase Russia and China's unity and cooperation. Don't you hate it when the worst couple you know won't stop posting their pics? And just for good measure, a Russian Sukhoi Su-57, the Kremlin's most advanced fighter jet, participated at the air show. According to TASS, a Russian news agency, at the air show, the first contracts were signed for Russia to export its Su-57 to overseas customers, though it did not disclose the identity of the buyers. Surely this is yet another message from Russia and China intended to intimidate the West and its allies with the proclamations of their no-limits partnership. But the most important element of the Zhuhai Air Show was, of course, displaying the awesomeness of China's female soldiers. I mean the awesomeness of Chinese equipment, such as drones and J-20 fighter jets. But not garbage cans, apparently. While the West has been distracted by conflicts in Europe and the Middle East, and has fallen behind where it should be on military spending and preparation, China has been moving forward. And some analysts see the air show as the perfect opportunity to examine just how far the PLA has come as it seeks to dominate the Indo-Pacific and potentially attack Taiwan. The air show was notably closed to Western journalists, so a lot of the information is coming from foreign journalists, posts on social media, and state-run media as well. So, what was new? Well, one notable military system revealed at the air show is the so-called drone mothership known as the jet tank. It was made by AVIC, China's state-owned aerospace corporation, and has also been described as a swarm carrier. The new type is reportedly remotely piloted rather than autonomous, as are the latest generation of UAVs being developed in the West. The November 17th air show was its first public appearance. According to AVIC, it has a maximum takeoff weight of 16 tons, a payload capacity of 6 tons, and an 82-foot wingspan. The jet tank is also jet-powered, boasting 8 hardpoints for weapons, and includes a mission module that can be configured for different functions such as strike, airlift, airdrop, and countermeasures deployment. And for any 6-year-olds watching, sorry, I don't think it can transform into a robot. The drone is capable of surveillance as well as launching missiles and bombs, but it's most notable for its ability to launch smaller drones in swarms. So it's a robot that fires smaller robots. What is this, a Mega Man enemy? Did Dr. Wily build this thing? According to State-Run Global Times, these are deployed from an isomerism hive module, which was on display alongside the jet tank. It's capable of housing dozens of smaller drones that can be teamed up, or in this case, swarmed, to carry out missions from the mothership. The US military has also been experimenting with drone swarms for carrying out spy missions or strikes, along with electromagnetic warfare and laying minefields. In fact, over the summer, it was revealed that Washington was even planning a drone hellscape to protect Taiwan from a Chinese invasion. But the jet tank was just the beginning. The CCP also showcased its most prized ability: copying weapons from its enemies. Just like Mega Man. Did I mention I have a new gaming channel? Not a joke, like and subscribe. China's most advanced stealth fighter jet, the J-35A, was also unveiled at the air show. And it looks eerily similar to the US's F-35 stealth fighter jet. But I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Oh, they even kept the 35 part of the name. Stealing is one thing, but laziness is another. This plane has been in the making for about a decade and is Beijing's second stealth fighter jet after the 2017 release of the J-20. However, unlike America's single turbofan engine F-35, the J-35A runs on two engines. The jet has a maximum takeoff weight of 30 tons and is said not only to be able to perform aerial combat missions, but also precision strikes on targets on land and at sea, thanks to holding a wide range of precision-guided munitions in its internal weapons bay. Those include small air-launched cruise missiles, which are believed to be used by only a handful of countries with advanced militaries. Besides China, those include Russia, France, Israel, India, and the United States. This is a breakthrough for the CCP's new generation of medium-sized fighters. According to a military expert and former researcher with the PLA Air Force who spoke to CNN, the J-35A is only the Air Force variant of this fighter, with a twin naval variant expected to be publicly unveiled soon. Then there's the HQ-19 anti-ballistic missile system. Some experts are comparing this to THAAD, the Pentagon's Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System. But it's not like China copied it. I mean, when have you ever heard of China doing such a thing in the last 2 minutes? However, China hasn't revealed the system's technical specifics, so it isn't clear if it can match THAAD's operational range or hit speed. And since CCP state-run media is reporting on all of these systems, we should take all of these claims with a grain of salt anyway. In any case, according to state-run media, the HQ-19 is mounted on an 8x8 high-mobility vehicle, carries 6 interceptor missiles, and uses a cold launch mechanism that reduces stress on the launcher while allowing it to rapidly redeploy interceptors. Chinese military experts are saying that the HQ-19 can intercept ballistic missiles and hypersonic glide vehicles outside the atmosphere, which is a big upgrade from the older HQ-9 model. I guess an upgrade of 10 specifically. The US Defense Department's annual report on China's military in 2020 said the HQ-19 interceptor has undergone tests to verify its capability against 3,000-kilometer range ballistic missiles. Then there's the stealth drone ship known as the Orca, the most dangerous Orca since that one that killed the SeaWorld trainer. Orca's a good name since the formal name is long. This is a high-speed, stealthy, unmanned surface combat vessel, weighing in at 500 tons and is said to be highly resistant to radar. Additionally, it has a unique trimaran structure, meaning it has 3 separate points that contact the water, making it relatively stable in rough seas. The Orca can carry out both military and non-military operations of low and medium intensity, like patrolling or guarding islands, strategic points, and base ports and reefs or key waterways. I guess they felt like they needed an upgrade from water cannons and machetes for these types of missions. And it comes fully equipped with a rear docking bay to launch and recover small underwater devices. And a helicopter drone, because why not? China's Military Online, the main English-language website of the Chinese military, says the Orca measures 190 feet long, 75 feet in beam, and 13 feet in depth, and that it can operate at speeds of up to 40 knots with a range of 4,000 nautical miles. That allows for prolonged missions without resupply. The ship is like a fortress on the seas. The only thing it's missing is a moat. Although I guess the ocean is the ultimate moat. It can undertake tasks like beyond visual range fire strikes, air and missile defense, and anti-submarine search and strike operations. There were a few other fun demonstrations at the air show, from the so-called land aircraft carrier, to the unmanned reconnaissance plane, to the robot wolf squad, to the spectacularly duck-billed Baidi B-type White Emperor, supposedly a 6th-generation fighter. This plane's greatest strength may be its ability to make enemy pilots giggle. China might be saddled with demographic and economic problems, and its military prowess has traditionally been lackluster or overestimated by some analysts. But one thing the Zhuhai Air Show does make clear is that the Chinese Communist Party has still made great strides militarily when it comes to development, technology, and even theft of designs and plans. You see, kids, you can accomplish anything through hard work and cheating, mostly cheating. We've been saying for a while on this show that the West cannot take the chance of getting complacent about Beijing's military buildup, despite all of its internal issues. And this display quite literally demonstrates why. Gone are the days when the CCP was reliant on buying weapons from Russia and repurposing them. Now it has its own industrial base, and part of what enabled this buildup is high-scale and widespread property theft. The United States and many of its allies are bolstering their alliance to contain the CCP's regional aggressions in the Indo-Pacific and are taking steps to strengthen their armed forces, all while combating China's unfair trade rules. But alongside that decoupling, there needs to be more stringent planning to prepare for the worst-case scenario and be more opaque about military technology and planning, because any lack of planning is pure garbage. And instead of clicking to the next video, head over to our new premium website at ChinaUncensored.tv. We have all sorts of awesome perks for our paying subscribers, more than just episodes. There's a way to communicate directly with me and the team. And as I said, we have gift cards on sale now for the holidays. An annual plan to China Uncensored Premium will save you 16%. You could buy it for a friend, a loved one, or you could just buy it for yourself, you selfish bastard. Happy holidays! Go to ChinaUncensored.tv. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.